Okay, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys a quick, easy way to pre-fill your carburetor before starting up. Got a Holley on mine, just want to make it easy to see the glass bowls fill up. And I've got a pretty cheap DIY way to do that, so I'll show you guys that now. So if you have a mechanical fuel pump like mine, you don't have the luxury of an electric fuel pump down there under the alternator. It's quite hard. You don't want to be cranking your engine over, watching the bowls fill while you're cranking. So I'll disconnect those lines from the tank, and I'll connect my new little homemade pump to here and pump straight out of the gas can. First of all, take this line off the fuel rail here. I picked up this super cheap 12 volt fuel pump for petrol, obviously, make it safe. It's got some 5/16 line. I've adapted the end of this with a brass ferrule which I drilled and glued in to a smaller piece here. That'll go straight onto my fuel rail now. That up there. So there's my pump. Let's run it up the front here. I've got some wires for a battery. Break that into a gas can and we'll fill this carby up and see how much of a level we have in the glass bowls. Alright, let's get this gas can on. Pause and neg on this. I'll just use a good old Nikita battery for this. Look carefully, you can see the positive, negative, so then you can simply plug those onto them. Get the pump going. Get that running. Good, she's working. I'm going to reposition this camera now. Alright, let's get this battery hooked up again. See some flickering on this gauge, get some pressure into it. One's there. There we go, pump on. Nothing yet. Start to see those bowls going up now. And I've got a leak right there. I'm going to stop and fix that before it goes too far. Let's whip that bottom screw out and see what's going on here. Just like that. There's not much in there at the moment. Suck it up pretty quick on the rag. Front bowl off and see what's happening. Just leaking at the bottom of the bowl against that metering block there for some reason. Let's get that right out of the way. There for safety. What else we got? Okay. Let's whip this bowl off the front, see what's going on. It looks fine, there's no dirt in that gasket. Wonder why that's leaking. Checked everything there, nothing's obvious. I'll put it back together, see how we go there. Located nice there. Get in there. Go. Just keeping an eye on that little pump shot lever there, there's no interference, it's good, it's tiny bit of clearance. And these back up again. And we'll try that again. Yeah, that's good. Alright, let's try that fuel again. Make sure we don't have any leaks. Front one is a little low by the looks of things, so let's try it again. Pumped in and now it's stopped, so there's my levels. You can see that rear bowl levels way too high, which is strange because they were set, the car was driving a month or so ago. Front bowl just above the glass, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll leave the front one for now. That back one needs to come down though. Alright, and drop that. It's got this little paint cap, perfect size. Just take the hole up on the bottom, poke it in here, catch that fuel on the way out. It's going to drain this back bowl, so we can reset that float level. We get this fuel out of here, drop it down below so we can get a new view of the sight gauge, sight glass I mean. That's going to drain straight to there quite nicely. And take half of that out, then you take all of it out. Right, let's screw that up again. Knit that back up again, double check those ones. I'll get that one after. Okay, fuel's out the way. It doesn't take much to change the level on these either. So crack that screw, keep that 5/8 nut still. I want to go down a bit, so I'm just going to go about that much. It's the nut part that takes the float down, not the screw. The screw just locks it off. Let's lock that off again. Let's try that fuel again. Watch the sight glass, see where we get to this time. Just a safe way to do it before you start. You don't want to flood your engine with fuel, you wash the balls, all that sort of thing. So get this battery back together and we'll try again. Alright, let's watch that glass again. Try and get a light on that. I can see that, including myself. Alright, let's try this pump again. Fuel's going in. Rear level's going up now. See, it's going on the glass, and it's perfect. Look at that. Halfway, just on halfway. So if we go down a touch, I think just below halfway is what you want. So that one's looking quite nice. This front one has to come up a bit. I'll adjust that now as well. Let's bring that one up a little bit. So hold that, crack that. Doesn't need much, it comes up a long way with a small turn or down. And that back one, I'm going to drop down a little bit, which we won't see a change now, but I'll know that it's lower, about there. Locked off, happy days. Now, let's get that forward float level up slightly what we want it to be. Okay, let's watch that level at the front bowl. Not really moving, is it? Just walk the car, you can see the level there. Back one's gone up, it's probably just the pressure pushing past the seat. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more, not worry about the back one, I know it's pretty good. Let's bring this front one up a slight touch more. Crack, up, lock off. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, that needs a touch more. That's easy done. A touch more up. Crack. Anti-clockwise up. Lock it off again. Let's try that once more. I've got a leak on that. A leak on this needle and seat here. I wonder if I've got... Let's try that off. I'll take that back one down a bit. I don't like how high it is. So clockwise down. Get off. Alright, let's try that. Put that torch there so you can see the level, and I can see it. Oop. Come here. Somewhere there. That'll do it. Alright. It's a good way of finding leaks too before you start the engine up. Just strip those wires again so I can get a proper easy connection on this battery because it's such a thin slot, you see. Alright, negative there. And try again. Yeah, that's still leaking here, look. I'll check those washers. I think I've split the washer. Alright, new nylon washer for this top screw on that front bowl. That back in there. That one's good on there. Just work that up a little bit more there. Let's get that back in. Okay. Put that down. Nice and dry. Let's try that again. Pump going. Yeah, I'm happy with that level there. That's a good level on the front. Just below the centre, the back one's filled. It's pressurising past needle and seat. I'll drain that out slightly before I start it, but pretty happy with those levels there. One thing I did forget to mention is that this pump that I got just happens to be right in the right range for this carb, so most of the time we're running about 5 or 6 psi with the priming pump. Obviously if that cheapy pump does more than that or less, you need to go through your regulator, which I've got mine set to 6 psi for this carb. Just a small thing worth noting. Alright, that's that for that video. Hope you got something out of it. Hope I can help you out somewhere. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks guys.